Hi, everybody. It's Kimberly back again with the Twin Flame family, and it is Sunday, May 14th. Happy Mother's Day to you moms, as well as all of the Divine Feminine, because we are all mothers and mothers of the earth and mothers in different relationships and different roles that we bring these qualities into in our lives. So happy Mother's Day to all in the U.S. And everywhere. And I wanted to direct this reading for Twin Flames and particularly the Divine Feminine. I have a very simple message for you, and but it comes with some profound insight. So I wanted to just go into that and just share it with you. So what's coming up for the Divine Feminine right now, and let's just talk about where we've been and where we're moving to. So I kept saying for the twins in general that spring felt a lot brighter, okay? And I feel as though specifically for the feminine, since we hit the spring mark till now, which we're middle of May, it's been almost 2 months, she's really coming into her own in terms of turning up the self-love, gaining more confidence and putting herself out in the world, surrendering at a deeper level. Like a lot of this ascension process stuff is starting to click now for her, and she's very empowered right now and embarking on a journey and a time, I feel like throughout the summer, which will be very powerful, empowering. Surrender will be accessed to the fullest. Self-love and self-remembrance will be accessed in a huge way. And the feminine is she's coming into her power. And that power is the, inner knowing of self, what the true self is, and remembering who you are at the soul level. Because that's been forgotten since childhood and through many lifetimes of this soul work and these earthly visits. So what's coming up for her is certainly to acknowledge this remembrance of true self and understand that as you come into your power, you're actually becoming more whole in the sense of not that you're a physical being on the planet with, a big round hole cut out of you and now we're going to fill in that hole. It's not like that. It's that some of these wounded energies have masked who we really are. These old beliefs, these ancestral things that have been passed down to us, familial beliefs, conservative thinking, and like I said, the wounds that are still there and unhealed have kind of forced us into that path where it's like, things keep getting mirrored back to us, but we're not authentically who we are at the soul level, right? In the purest form, in the highest form, because you're all extensions of divinity and of the divine feminine goddess and the divine, your rays that just shoot down from divinity. And you need to remember that and how powerful you are. And also recognize that as you step into your power, you are starting to remember that. That's soul recognition of, I've said often for the feminine to try things on for size, like trying the qualities, like the softness or the turning up the compassion, or especially the self-love, the self-value, self-worth. And then, trying on some of these feminine attributes and playing with that, because so many of us have moved through life as the wounded warrior, and we've got a lot of false masculine behaviors that are protecting our heart space, and that's just a heart armor. It's a closed heart chakra. So as we step more fully into our divine feminine power, we're reminded that it's remembrance of true self, and we're reminded to open up this the heart chakra to love. And so we're getting rid of those fear-based, low vibrational energies, and we're opening this space up to love, to vibrating, oneness with all and everybody and the entire universe. And walking in line with who we are, lining up with that source energy so that we're walking in line with who we authentically are. And this for many means, getting on mission as you step more into your confidence. And I feel like this is going to be happening through June, July, August, emerging much more evolved for many of you into the next eclipse season. Okay. So, and equipped to handle anything that comes your way with those eclipses in the early fall or late summer. So, these beautiful sacred feminine cards, this has come up. It's Artemis, and Artemis is also Diana in Roman mythology, and Artemis is this beautiful goddess of the hunt, and Artemis is known as a virgin, so she never paired with a man. She lived amongst nature and guided the animals. She was protector of the animals, and she was considered goddess of the hunt, as I said. But she has, although that, as her arrow points, very strategically, she's very focused, but it's a quiet strength. It's still a very controlled and composed energy. And what she reminds us of is very much about, standing on solid ground, that independence and freedom that she represents, the freedom to be in her own spirit, not need the relationship, not need the man, not need, the protection of, stuff or people. She was, so intertwined and interconnected with nature, whereas, the highest vibration with animals and spirit and moon and stars. And she's reminding us to step deeper into our independence, self-reliance. And how do we do that? And that's, I've talked about this in past segments, and you may think, well, it's not about aiming your arrow and, being a fierce warrior. It's not really like that. This is more about softening and coming into the place of joy and connecting meditatively. This is quiet. This is not loud. This is still quiet. It's peaceful. It's freeing. And this is about coming into a place of centeredness, groundedness, and joy that leads you to this really, really independent, self-reliant, powerful energy. And it is from aligning with self that we gain this. It's not through pointing our arrow and being aggressive that this comes. This comes by doing things that we love, connecting with nature, being in creation energy. I've talked in previous segments, simple activities like coloring or anything that makes you feel like you, whether it's remembrance of your child self that was sort of masked or covered up, or if it's remembrance of a soul, like pieces of your soul higher self that you have lost, for centuries or for years, or that you're just starting to remember. Let yourself explore, okay? Because she was an explorer. Artemis is here guiding us, saying, explore, explore. This is time to explore. Explore the things that make you feel free, that make you feel joyful, that connect you further with nature. And again, we're being reinforced here because the retreat into nature card is coming up, and it's the Green Man, and he's talking about opening our heart chakra here. This came up in a reading this morning, and I so love this. This is very much about getting out into nature and opening our hearts. So, hearing the birds, touching the leaves, sitting peacefully and meditating, listening to the babbling brook, whatever it is, taking a walk through a forest or like a hiking path or something. That is amazing. And for the feminine, she's really going to love this right now because it's freeing, it's independent. Whether you do it with a group of people, like go on a meetup hike or something like that, that's really great. Or if you do it solo, there's the guides are just saying like this is how you're going to get your feet underneath you again, to be present and in the now and feel that independence. It's freeing. It's the exploration. This came up in a private reading I had a couple days ago about travel. What is it that this my client liked about travel? And for the feminine, I'm feeling that, that exploration is huge. Going somewhere that's new to you, and exploring. And I feel it's very connected to nature. And that's very empowering. And also the time that we spend doing that, we don't need to be talking. Okay? We can, you can sing or listen to music, but this is really still about being quiet and still and in a meditative place where we're, really getting closer to that God, source, universe energy, and hearing our own heartbeat and noticing what we love and what calls to us and where we find beauty in nature and what we gravitate towards and why we love to be free and what it feels like to breathe fresh air and to just not worry about anything and trust the path ahead of us and trust that we're safe and trust our inner knowing and our inner GPS and all of those things. So underneath this, I'm not working with any tarot today. I was guided not to use the tarot deck for this collective reading for the Divine Feminine. So underneath this, interestingly enough, is the throat chakra, and the throat chakra cards coming up. The angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. And so there's a couple things. There's this, I feel like this is learning how to speak your truth, is going to be found through standing in your power, standing grounded in your power, walking in your independence, walking in line with your values, walking in line with who you truly are. That will help you express, in words, vocalize what and articulate what it is you need, desire, want, and, what you need to express from an emotional standpoint as well as for your needs and desires. And that's going to come from a place of quiet, from a place of stillness. I don't mean stillness it doesn't have to be like that. It can definitely be stillness in the sense of just going inside, quiet time, me time, joyful time, connecting with the little things, the little simple things that you love. It's really important to take the time outs to do that or to set yourself up doing this every day. So what's also coming up is teacher, and this came up in a reading this morning as well, and I've been feeling it for the Divine Feminine, that a teacher is either coming in for you or she's here, and I do feel like for many of you it will be another feminine energy, and look to where you emulate other feminine. I've said this before, where you admire, where you want to be like them, and you're sort of like, I really admire this person. I don't know why or whatever. And then look closely into it and go, well, why do I? And this could be a mother figure. This could be a friend. This could be someone that you've just seen around or just is an acquaintance. This could be a celebrity or someone that you see on TV. Anywhere where you admire a divine feminine figure, and then ask yourself why, and see if you can truly articulate why. And look to the divine feminine qualities, like read through the archetypes, read about the divine feminine qualities. I have worksheets for those things if you want them, you guys, if you don't already have them. Many of you have them already, but read through that stuff and figure out, well, what is it? Where am I being called to step more into the fullness of my feminine? Because if we have a place where we're, even if it's envy or jealousy or whatever it is, it's showing up in admiration of or in I want that, or I wish I could be more like that, or I really admire that. And when that happens, it truly is remembrance. Okay, it's your soul remembering those pieces of the higher self, of that, of your divine feminine. And so look to those places as places where you can step more fully into those traits. So an example would be, I always talk about Angelina Jolie being sort of like that. She encompasses, for me, she's the celebrity who I think encompasses a lot of the goddess energy from all of the divine feminine archetypes. She's almost like that Isis type energy. She's very, so when I ask myself, well, why do I admire her? And why do I feel this way about her? Well, there's pieces of her that feel a bit like me, or maybe the me that I've forgotten. And especially the me that I've forgotten with all my false masculine energy in the mix. So when I came to really understand the divine feminine attributes, I was able to articulate better that the reason why I feel that way with her is because to me she represents elegance and composure and grace. It's a quiet strength. It's a uniqueness, a unique style, a unique way of being. She magnetizes others to her through this energy. She's also, I've seen her very real and emotional, but not in a overly dramatized way, but in a very composed, real, raw, authentic way. And I admire all of those attributes, all of those aspects of her. So when I really move really far away from all of this stuff, like say I'm in aggressive male energy or, false masculine energy, or just, because it's fear, defense, being triggered, it's good to have that sort of model or role model that you can kind of go to and realign yourself with that energy. Because it's a more tangible, modern day goddess, right? That you can go, okay, I want to slip back into that feeling. You can almost feel it when you watch this person. And like I said, this could be anyone. It doesn't have to be a celebrity. It could be anyone in your life, an aunt, a mother, a friend. But it's really important to understand the aspects of the feminine and why you're recognizing them and why they're resonating with you, so that you can step more fully into them. And you step more fully into it by practice. When you go into the trigger or into the fear, it's like pulling yourself out so you can go into quiet or stillness, non-reactivity, healthy boundary setting. We've talked about this before. And, really receiving, being in the receptive mode to others coming to us and things coming to us, things that we desire coming to us, and those around us treating us the way that we desire to be treated, that's in line with our morals, values, and our self-respect and self-worth. So all of these things are important. And I'll say again with the teacher, I feel very much for the divine feminine, like it's a feminine teacher around you. Maybe someone that's presently in your life or someone that's coming into your life. It could be in a class setting, or it could just be someone that you're like talking to conversationally, someone new in your life that you're like, wow, I kind of admire this person, or they're kind of like a role model or an anchor for you. So just listen to them. What they're saying is listen to that role model, listen to that person. And if they're not there, you can pull that in, because I feel like the teacher, role model, friend is going to be very helpful for the divine feminine so that she can really step into her power. And so I'm going to leave you with that. I hope that's helpful. Happy Mother's Day again, and I'll see you during the week. If you'd like to book a session, you can do so on the website, thetwinflamefamily.com. And I'll see you guys soon. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.